Hi there, I'm Garth McGrath, and my mission is to show you interesting facts about life using my graphs. This week's graph is the Caffeine Productivity Matrix. It will illustrate how increasing levels of caffeine intake can affect people's productivity in different ways. Let's get started. This matrix is going to be a nice and simple 3x3 grid. On the y-axis we have caffeine intake, and on the x-axis we have productivity. We'll split both axes into low, moderate and high. Let's draw our horizontal grid lines and describe the different caffeine intake levels. Low caffeine intake is when you either have no caffeine or maybe just a small coffee or tea, maybe a green tea. You'll typically keep yourself hydrated with water or other soft drinks. You may be trying to cut back, actually being healthy, or just a mutant who wakes up functional. Moderate. This is where you typically enjoy your coffee and have at least a couple of cups a day. You drink enough to get going, but you're not ruled by the bean. High. This category is for those where caffeine is no longer a treat, it's infrastructure. You need constant mug refills. Twitching begins, and you find yourself breathing in oxygen mixed with espresso fumes. Let me add a couple of slinky vertical dividers to complete the grid. The first category is sluggish start. You're barely awake, unmotivated. Your brain is in energy-saving mode. Most people start their day here. And I'm one of them. It usually takes me 15 minutes to gain anything resembling consciousness. Some fun statistics. Blinks per minute, 3. Your CPU usage, only 7%. Typing speed, a woeful 11 words per minute with typos. And a typical quote is, "What day is it again?" From here, if you decide to avoid any caffeine, you should eventually progress to slow but steady. This is where you have some traction, but you're not firing on all cylinders. Some statistics. Your heart rate will be around 62 beats per minute. Task completion, a mere 0.7 per hour. So nothing to shout out about. A typical quote is, "I'm working, just really contemplatively." If you let more time pass without ingesting any more caffeine and energize yourself by exercising or just happen to be naturally driven, you can reach flow state where you reach a high level of productivity. This is a great place to be. You have natural rhythm, ideal mental clarity, typically reserved only for very healthy high achievers. Some statistics. Your eye glow is 15%, where you just have that extra aura over others. Your distraction immunity is 92%, making you almost impossible to distract or interrupt. And you have a time dilation factor of 30%, where you can literally slow down time and do things that much faster. A quote of theirs could be, "I don't need coffee, I am the coffee." Now let's get back to sluggish start mode and see what would happen if we had a coffee or two. This would take us to still waking up, where you've had some caffeine, but not enough to kickstart momentum. Some stats are caffeine level rising, motivation sinking. You're likely to say, "It's in my system any minute now." Now, if you were to continue drinking coffee, you would soon reach overclocked and ineffective. Your brain would be buzzing, but you'd be directionless. Scattered energy. Here are some stats for this zone. Heart rate, 140 beats per minute. Mouse movement, erratic. A befitting quote would be, "I've reached the point where even my coffee needs a nap." Now, if you were still waking up and let the coffee do its magic, or if you were in slow but steady and drank some coffee, you would reach the balanced and focused zone. This state is the sweet spot. Caffeine and focus are in sync, and you can get good uninterrupted work done with a clear and focused mind. Some stats, your efficiency would reach 92%, and you would be multitasking with 4 tabs open on your computer screen. A quote would be, "This is the productivity TED Talks warn me about." Now, what do you think would happen if you were in caffeine-free flow state and had some coffee, or if you were balanced and focused and then just chillaxed for a while? You'd find yourself in caffeinated groove where you're locked in, alert, productive, and sustainable. You'd be speaking at a smooth 130 words per minute and have a very low decision latency of 0.3 seconds. A typical quote would be, "I'm crushing tasks like they owe me money." Now, if we were overclocked and ineffective and we waited a while, or if we consume more caffeine when balanced and focused, we'd reach the shaky but functional zone. Not one of the better zones to be in. You'd be getting stuff done, but be physically jittery or mentally on edge. Some stats. Hand tremor, 7.2 on the espresso scale, and keyboard dents, 3. An appropriate quote may be, "I've transcended sleep," and maybe reality. Now let's complete the last zone in our matrix. If you are able to wait out the tremors from shaky but functional, or have more caffeine when in the caffeinated groove, you would transcend into turbo mode. Here you'd achieve 16 multitasking threads and your brain clock speed would reach 4.2 gigahertz. Someone in this zone might yell, "Finished my to-do list, now I'm doing yours." Be warned though, after being in this intense state, you can expect an ungraceful crash. And that's it for the Caffeine Productivity Matrix. Please share your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you love coffee like me and how productive you can be with or without your coffee. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and please give me a like and subscribe for many more fun graphs to come.